Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramarutah Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopa Nishadaihi Gayantiyam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yogino Yasyantanna Vidussura Sura Ganaha Devaya Tasmai Namah. We saw many aspects of faith, surrender, devotion, many things we saw. Regarding Hanuman also, regarding Hanuman, there is no end. To him, Rama lives at last to be here forever. He is one of the Chiranjeevis. To inspire jivas. From Rama's time, throughout the history of mankind, beyond the note, writing down, history writing has begun recently. All whatever we have written for the earlier is only speculation. Nobody has witnessed, nobody has seen. Recent years, after the many things came up, writing, this, that, publishing, and all came up, some amount of history is recorded. All earlier, of Christ and earlier, Buddhas, everything is a speculation. Anyway, we will not enter into it. But from the time immemorial, he has been inspiring jivas. If you go to North India, every village has Khedapati Hanuman. Every village. Khedapati Durga and Khedapati Shiva. The Lord of that village. These three and Ganesha. You will see temples in every village. I have travelled length and breadth of Madhya Pradesh and places like that, Himalayas. Wherever you go, Shiva, Durga, Hanuman and Ganesha are there predominantly. So he is inspiring so many people constantly are taking the path. Now we will stop it there. It is just like his tail, never ending. As much you stretch, so long it becomes Hanuman's tail. So that is tail and this is tail. So we will just go ahead with the text. All laugh when the Thakur tells about the Hanuman jumping. Rama had to build a bridge across for himself to go, but Hanuman, taking the name of God, faith in Rama's word, he could jump across the ocean. All laugh. See how deep it is, and it is a fun also. It's a joy for them. They might not have thought so deep as I am explaining to you. But Thakur has already, by just telling this, has already infused faith in them. We don't understand. It is Avatara speaking. You see Shuka telling about Bhagavata, how it could be. Like that Thakur is telling, just awakening from within. All love, not a general love. But it is amusing also. When he says about the Hanuman's taking a jump and going away, whereas Rama had to build all love. This laughter with the saints, with holy men, with wise people, make us unite. We build up a common platform to live together with a common ideal. You see, gospel, every now and then, whatever Thakur says, all are laughing and enjoying. Somebody asks, direct disciple, Shivananji Maharaj, Mahapurush Maharaj, how did you realize God? He says, we never knew how we realized God. With play and laughter, we reached the goal. You used to go to Thakur, sit, and he will cut some jokes like this. Within the joke cutting, he is awakening you from within. All laugh, but what is happening in their laughter is they are becoming slowly united, and once a group forms of the like minds. I saw one family in Aurangabad. That family, every day they are morning, children, for parents, everybody, they stand in front of the shrine together and do their prayers. Night also, before they go to bed, all after food and all will come together and stand in front of God. They are Maharashtrians. You saw today our master, Tabla master. We went to their house. How they live in each community. Now the family becomes so close because they are clustered around divine. What happens is, otherwise we get clustered around dining table. And our whole attention will be what is where, like children. Their mind will be always on the fridge. Mother is not there, they run and open the fridge and see what is there. Here, all children, suppose 4 children are there, one will tell, mother has gone out. All 4 will drink, they will run into kitchen. What is there to? Where mother keeps what they know. Now, there is unity, they are united, unity is there, but it is around the dining table. Here it is not so. Here around the divine table. So you will see them when they are united around a divine personality, they imbibe the ideal for which he is living, for which he is. And being an avatara incarnation, he awakens from within. He has the power to awaken. Other saints have the power to transform the life if the person who is attending and talking or meeting them is ready to undergo transformation. Otherwise it is not possible. But influences them through his own life. Influences. It may take a few lives for the others to undergo transformation by seeing a life. Because the power with which the vasanas are driving each person, his own life, his own vasanas are driving, any amount of telling by anybody will not work. So whether it's saints or only avatars can, just by look, touch and this one, they can transform because they have the power of karma nasha and vasana kshaya. They can do at a moment, within a moment. That's why we pray to God, that for your sake, if you intensely pray, for your sake he may incarnate. For one person's sake he will incarnate, he will manifest. Aghoramani Devi who used to come to Thakur, Gopalerma. When coming, she is carrying Krishna in her arms. For her sake, one person's sake, he has taken the baby's form. And she is carrying him. So, this can transform. God alone can transform at his will. Others can, even when a saint touches and transforms a person, he will be taking away some of his karmas or vasanas upon himself. Vasana cannot be taken so easily, but karmas they take. Karmas which are standing in opposing or as obstruction to the spiritual path is taken and they undergo transformation. So, we will leave Hanuman there. You contemplate upon his life and many things which I have not been able to tell you because of constraint of time. We will not be able to finish this Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. A few lives. If we sit with Hanuman, yugas will go away. So we will go to the next example Thakur gives. Once a man was about to cross the sea. Vibhishana wrote Rama's name on a leaf, tied it in a corner of the man's wearing cloth, at the hem of the cloth, and said to him, "Don't be afraid. Have faith and walk on water. But look here, the moment you lose faith, you will be drowned." The man was walking easily on water. Suddenly he had an intense desire to see what was tied in his cloth. He opened it and found only a leaf with the name Rama written on it. "What is this?" he thought. "Just name of Rama." As soon as a doubt entered his mind, he sank under water. Now, Thakur is giving another example from the same Ramayana, Vibhishana. What is the difference in faith of Vibhishana and faith of Hanuman? Hanuman had tremendous faith and he could influence others. His faith, Vibhishana's faith, was even without seeing Rama. And he has the power to give faith to others. Like lighting lamp with a lamp, Vibhishana had the power to give faith to others. May you get faith in God. Enough. That kind of personality. And just like Rama leaves Hanuman to be always here on the earth. As long as Rama's name remains, guiding the people, so also he lives Vibhishana also. Vibhishana also doesn't die. Vibhishana is one of the Chiranjeevis. Rama tells him, be on the earth to guide and help people, inspire people in the path of truth, make them walk in the path of truth. So Vibhishana is one of the Chiranjeevis, 7 Chiranjeevis. So here also you see they have become Chiranjeevis because they can infuse faith in others. So this is what we see, why Vibhishana has been quoted here. Vibhishana has the power to give faith. You see this story. When a man wants to go across the sea, he needs not a boat. Boat will be drowned somewhere. He has to go on a ship, huge ship that can travel in sea. He says nothing will happen, you just walk on the surface of water. And to the cloth end, he ties something and says, you don't be afraid, you can. But if you lose faith in this, what is tied, you'll be drowned. Now you see, the power of faith is making him impossible possible. What can be done with faith? And the faith is Vibhishana's faith, not the person's faith. Vibhishana's faith was given to him. He could not take it, he could not preserve it. If any devotee was there and if it was tied to this one, he would have opened and seen, and oh, what a wonderful thing is this Rama. Who is this Rama? What is this Rama? One person somewhere, he saw Sri Ramakrishna in dream. One was painted, a French person or something like that. A beautiful painting of his about Thakur. He sees, he sees Thakur in dream. He has never known about him. He is a painter. He paints that picture. And years later, he comes to know it is Sri Ramakrishna. You see, he doesn't know earlier. Vibhishana himself used to look upon himself, though born in Rakshasa Kula, he used to consider himself to be a Brahmin. All the observations, what the Brahmins would do, Brahmajnanis, Brahmanas would do, he would follow. Because his grandfather was Rishi, grandfather. So I belong to that Kula of realized souls. So only one person in whole of Lanka, it was one who had the total understanding, acceptance of God's existence. And Rama, he had heard, I don't know from where before, and accepted him as God incarnate. Thakur says only 12 sages knew Rama was incarnation of God. For all, he was in a supreme person. There is no comparison with anybody, such a person. Dasharatha's son, but no match in this world. Dasharatha's son. Incarnation of God was not known to all. But a few, 12 sages, Thakur says, 12 sages knew that he is incarnation of God. And those sages go last to remind him to go back home. In here you see Vibhishana as one person born in the Rakshasa Kula and accepting Sri Rama as the incarnation of God. He used to do the Rama Japa only before he met Rama, who gave, maybe like Thakur coming in dream of someone. Outside. Hanuman, when he sees a tulsi in this one, and he sees on the kutia Ram written. In North India, it is beautiful songs are there. The whole Lanka was burnt down. Only the place where Sita was sitting and Vibhishana's kutia were not burnt. Sita was not burnt because Rama was in her. This one also catches, then he shivers. Oh, what has happened to Ashokvan? But you see, she will not be hurt, and Vibhishana's kutia will not be burnt. Every house is burnt, and only one kutia is standing, Vibhishana's. See the faith with which he lives, and that we see in Vibhishana. He used to observe. See, I have written one small article a few days, no, not article, this week for you or something. About who is Brahmin?
This week.
In this week. One who observes all the niyamas of Brahminhood is a Brahmin. Swamiji wanted everyone to be raised to the Brahminical level. There must be equanimity, not like communism. What do you say? Communists. There, all must be equal. So, take whatever the rich has got and distribute among the poor. But Swamiji's ideal was not there. Don't touch the rich ones. Make the poor ones come to the rich level. Caste system you want to destroy, don't make everybody Shudra. Make everybody Brahmana. Instead of pulling down. Then finally, if you pull down the Brahmana, you will become Kshatriya. And if you pull up all Kshatriyas will be there fighting each other. That should not happen. Taking away from poor, rich, giving to poor, they will finish. They will remain poor only. Because you have not taught them how to become rich. So when you teach them how to become rich, help them to become rich. So that is Swamiji's ideal. Lift people, lift people. So here we see Vibhishana's awareness before he came to Rama and his awareness after he came to Rama. After seeing Rama, what a state he passes through. He is continuously in ecstasy. And he himself internally see positive thinking power. He used to look upon himself as Brahmana in his conduct and characteristics, not superiority, inferiority, because he used to consider himself as the lowest servant of all people, because Rama has to be pleased. He cannot show his superiority. For himself, the inner awareness, I belong to a higher, I must live with God. I must live with God. So that awareness, inner awareness of his own prestige is not for the others external. This prestige makes him humble outside. He considers himself as the most humble servant of Rama. When he goes to Rama also, at all times, like Hanuman, he is at the feet. Rama used to hug very few, only his brothers, mothers, father. Apart from that, you will see the monkeys and all, when they come, he will keep them closer, put his hand on them. But hugging as this one, you will see only with Hanuman when he brings the Chudamani, and Vibhishana when he comes. So lowest, you will see, he used to think, oh, I am lowest of the lowest. But Rama has made me, accepted me. So our constant prayer must be to God, accept me, accept me, accept me as I am. I have no other, nothing to show you. I have not done tapas, I have not done austerities, I have not given up food or any comforts of life. Now I am like this. I am not able to give up anything. I have no credits to show to you. But only thing, I have no shelter anywhere except you. So I have come to your feet. Accept me, accept me. God has to accept us. You saw in the faith, God rejects firmly. You go on pleading, no answer. You become so dina at the feet of God and accept, no reply. Will he search for somebody else or not? What will he do if I don't give? He sticks on. When one day or the other, you will feel compassion for me. Sometimes they die, and whole age they go on praying, and then without being accepted, they will die. Again, next life they continue. Sometimes next life, a life after, God accepts them. Yes, your surrender is true, your surrender is real, your surrender is complete. You are mine. You are mine. For God to accept you as you are mine, you can imagine. So, when we come to Vibhishana's example, we have to approach God in the same way as Vibhishana went to, how he gained that faith in Rama. One of the things is to look into, don't condemn anybody in this world. Don't condemn yourself. Thakur used not to like, I am papi, मैं पापी हूँ, I am a sinner, I am sinner. Thakur used to say, the rascal who goes on telling, I am the sinner, will verily become sinner. The one who goes on telling, I am mukta, I am liberated, I am child of God, he will become that. So here you see, Vibhishana's faith generating from his self-prestige with divine awareness, not with because of the Ravana is his brother, Surpanaka is another sister, Kumbhakarna is there for me. What is shortage for me? All this kingdom is mine. Not because of that prestige. Prestige because of the divinity. With respect to divine is, but with respect to external social condition, I am the lowest one. I am born as a Rakshasa. And if Rama accepts me only, I will be tar jaunga. I will be able to cross over. So here it is taking an entirely different picture from Hanuman. You see. So we have to build up our inner stability, inner prestige of divinehood. I am divine, I am divine. Go on telling I am divine. And then I ask Thakur Mother Swamiji, accept me, accept me. I am offering myself to you. I am offering myself. To accept or not to accept is your problem, but accept me. I give you now 1 crore rupee. To accept or not to accept is your will. How the Maya catches in Thakur's life, you see, Divine Mother to Avatara. She is carrying a golden pot containing all glories of the world, this world, all enjoyments, all possessions, what all people are seeking, all are there. Everything is there. Take, take, take. He is running. Thakur is spitting on it and running. So, how does are you able to do that? Are you able to give up? Small things we yield and lose our life. So, this is what we see. We will see tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanam